Hey everyone, welcome to your Universe Z, the place where we talk all about the Dragon Ball universe. Today we are going to go through Zeno revealing his ultimate form. And if you would like to see more Dragon Ball content, please leave your like and subscribe to join our Universe Z. Dragon Ball, since forever, presents us with an immeasurable amount of admirable characters and transformations. Not only in relation to appearance, but mainly when we see Toriyama's creativity regarding the powers involved and the name of their forms, with a few minor exceptions aside. And contrary to all this, we have a character with a simple and not Dragon Ball-like design, Zeno's. Even though he is possibly the most powerful of them all, he doesn't look all muscle-bound and menacing, but cute and childlike. Even his personality is not that striking. But is this really his true form? What is the origin of Zeno's and his powers? Could he have a true and much more respectful form? This is what we will talk about in today's video. Great Zeno, the Almighty God, is the supreme ruler of the entire multiverse and apparently its most powerful being. Since the events of the Future Trunks saga, Zeno co-rules jointly with his future counterpart. Zeno is very short and small, with a rather large oval head. He has mostly sky blue skin, except for two sections from his ears to the middle of each eye on either side of his head, which are purple. He has small round eyes and small round gray ears. The main costume is a magenta and yellow lined coat, with yellow pants and magenta shoes. He wears a black and white shirt underneath, with the kanji for everyone on the front. He usually has a blank expression on his face. Like many deities, such as the angels, Zeno seems to have a general indifference to life as well as all other things within the multiverse, having destroyed 6 of the 18 universes after a fit of rage and also destroying several planets in a game he played with his future self 202 times. The manga version of Universe Survival Saga, however, it is implied by the Grand Minister that the real reason he destroyed the 6 universes mentioned was simply to get rid of what he thought were too many universes. Apparently wanted to decrease that number even further for a while, making no excuses for such a decision beyond saying that 12 universes are a bit too many to keep up with the Tournament of Power being the perfect opportunity to do so. Even more, this indifference seems to extend to the gods themselves, apparently making him a ruthless being to his peers, and shown that even being affected by Ro is horrified by shouting his name. He also shows some degree of sadism, as right after erasing Universe 9, he proceeded alongside his future counterpart to say bye-bye, in jest, as well as being heard laughing childishly while erasing the universe. And his counterpart also said squish in a happy and delighted tone when they were erasing Universe 3. Furthermore, he seems to be unable to understand the horrible action of erasing trillions of lives, as he and his future colleague wonder why everyone in the Tournament of Power stops fighting after witnessing an entire universe being erased. Despite all this, Zeno and his future colleague, at least in the anime, showed wisdom worthy of supreme beings, as the Grand Minister revealed that they both intended for the tournament prize, the wish for the Super Dragon Spheres, to be used for an incredible virtuous act. The wish was selfish, all existence would have been erased, including the exempt universes, for this would mean that the winning universe was no better than the erased ones, and that the exempt ones were no more worthy to exist than the others. At the same time, Zeno also comes across as flexible, tolerant, and even willing to go back on his word from time to time. For example, he accepted Bergamo Top's proposal to rescind universal destruction if he beat Goku, despite his earlier decision. He tolerated Top's challenge to Goku as an additional 4th match to witness, despite the end of the Zeno Expo. His flexibility, combined with his childish tendencies, also leads Zeno to allow what would otherwise be rule violations in the Tournament of Power, such as allowing the evil containment wave and the use of the Potara earrings. However, he has limits to what he can tolerate. He immediately erased Frost when he tried to attack from outside the ring, and then threatened the erasure of Universe 6 to make sure that doesn't happen again. It is possible that Zeno is alone, as almost no one knows of his existence, and those who fear him, proving a barrier to friendship, as his attendants serve him hand and foot, and the Grand Minister just treated him as if he were royalty, happily following his orders without question. To this end, he seems to have no problem with physical contact, even with strangers, as seen when he doesn't bother with Goku's animated handshake. When his future colleague is hugged by Goku, he also seems unperturbed. His penchant for physical contact with Goku is probably a result of how surgical and formal people are around him, leaving him feeling a bit hungry for companionship. Zeno is also known to have taken an immediate liking to Goku due to the Saiyan's childlike, innocent, and naive personality, as well as his tendency to get easily turned on by things he finds out of the ordinary. He can be easily influenced by a good fight, as seen in his interest in organizing a tournament after witnessing Goku's fight against Hit. Interest in Goku extended to allowing him to speak directly to him and shake his hand to the point of lifting the little deity off the ground. Zeno went so far as to ask the Saiyan to become his friend, and have Goku give him the nickname Zeni. He prefers Goku to speak clearly, and does not appreciate those who fear him trying to speak in Goku's place with what they believe he wants to hear, appreciating the Saiyan's unconventional approach to life and finding his informality and friendship behavior to be refreshing after countless eons of being feared and bypassed by his subjects and attendants. Although Beerus claims that Goku's friendship with Zeno is the equivalent of contemptible entertainment for the Almighty being, the Almighty is seen as actually valuing his friendship with him. He was grateful for Goku's suggestion to introduce Zeno to befriend his future timeline counterpart, thus giving the King of All a friend who is truly his peer and equal in every respect, that is, one who truly understands him. Furthermore, Zeno was shown to be consistently worried whenever Goku came close to losing the tournament, such as almost falling out of the ring with Ink and admitting that the defeat of the Saiyan universe would make him very sad. Even more notably, and was visibly very unhappy about pushing the button to eliminate him, which he began to do very slowly, a hesitation that he and his colleague had not previously done with anyone else. Also, to the point of almost crying, he was very happy when Goku survived and expressed his admiration for his new power and shiny appearance. This was echoed again during his fight with Kefla. Finally, at the end of the Tournament of Power, Zeno and his future colleague expressed great joy to Goku when Universe 7 wins the tournament, clearly happy that they didn't have to erase the only other true friend they have and making it very clear that they wanted to see him again, parting ways with the Saiyan through a playful punch. However, Goku is not the only one that Zeno and future Zeno seem to respect and admire, or at the very least, find likable. Throughout the first Exhibit Ioni AP match, they seem to like Boo's nature as well, as he is goofy, high-spirited, childish and playful, much like the kings of all. The Xanos also appreciate Jiren, referring to him as cool and even imitating him at times. They also show admiration for Gohan despite never referring to him by name in the anime, getting excited when he turned Super Saiyan to fight Lavender and calling him the coolest when he fought Dispa. They also consistently expressed their fascination with Vedira and his proud and powerful approach to combat. Ultimately, because of this childish and naive nature that leads Zeno to often make impulsive and irresponsible decisions, and despite having everything at his fingertips, the Grand Minister usually handles the most responsible matters, along with who controls a great deal of Zeno's authority, making him somewhat of his Grand Vizier. At one point, Zeno destroyed 6 of the 18 universes then in existence. Manga, Zeno held a universal hide-and-seek tournament, but when Beerus hid and fell asleep for 50 years during the tournament, it had to be cancelled. Zeno, who was enjoying the event, was furious and had to be calmed down by the gods of the 11 universes. According to Beerus, Zeno he also does not seem to possess good fighting senses compared to the other deities, as he was unable to keep up with the fight between the gods of destruction in the manga. He was also unable to observe Dispo's great speed, requiring the slow motion function on his god pad, while Vados was indeed able to keep up with Dispo's speed. However, at least in the anime, he still had some keen senses, as he was able to erase Frost seconds before he could fire a death beam at Frieza as revenge for the latter forcing him out of the ring. However, Zeno, alongside future Zeno, are the only characters known to use erase, making them 2 of the most powerful characters in Dragon Ball Super. Whis claims that no one in this world is greater than Zeno, as the King of All has the power to instantly wipe out anything, or everything, in the blink of an eye without any effort, including individual people, planets, galaxies, and even universes. If he wished, he could erase all existence, which future Zeno did during the Trunks Future Saga. According to Whis, there were originally 18 universes before Zeno destroyed 6 of them when he was in a nasty mood. His power was such that he could even effortlessly erase people who received immortality through the Super Dragon Balls, as demonstrated by his future self with Zamasu of Infinity in both the manga and the anime. For this reason, Zeno's mere presence would casually terrify all the other deities and cause them to immediately bow down to him out of fear and respect. In fact, in the manga, the infinite Zamasus is shown to be terrified by Zeno like all the other deities. Furthermore, Zeno cannot be defeated. Even when Goku Black and future Zamasu have killed all the other gods in future Trunks timeline, Shin, without hesitation, ensures that Zeno is still alive, noting that no matter what, the Almighty cannot be killed, with was making a claim when Goku brought cabbages into his and Beerus world. This was proven later with his future counterpart, where the latter was still alive despite wiping the future clean. In the manga, both Xanos were completely unaffected by Rumshi's battle roar, which causes Supreme Chaos to faint and paralyzes the gods of destruction. With this, we can say that Xanos is not only an absurdly powerful character, but also the worthy cliché of those superpowered people who act in a more humble or childish way, as we always see in anime and manga. But it is precisely these kinds of clichés that surprise us when they gain a new transformation or form. And this could really happen to Xanos if something like a fusion or reaching his peak were to happen. And that would certainly bring us a much bigger and more robust form of Dragon Ball worthy characters, muscular and powerful. A form that would surpass any other we have ever seen in the animes. Not because his appearance may be incredible, but what he represents, yes. And then we would have an adult and powerful Xanos, who could very well have grandiose height and menacing power. Just what is expected from the one named as the Almighty. What might this transformation look like? How powerful would Xenos be in this form? Leave your opinion on this in the comments. That's it. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any suggestions for videos, don't forget to comment here below, because I'll be reading all of them as I always do. Also, don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any content from your Universe Z.